Some would call this hypocrisy. Others would call it politicking. Here is what NFL owners, GMs, coaches had to say about Colin Kaepernick days, weeks, months ago. And now here is their responses. So Robert Kraft went on the record via the New York Times saying this. Let me say this, I would very much like to see him in the league. And then one unconfirmed media report in mid-September claimed that they had engaged with Kaepernick, ultimately fruitless, to back up Brady. In the interview, he said, and called the report a rumor, that it originated with a lawyer in Cap's camp. But when asked if it meant that the report was untrue, he paused for 3 seconds and said, and I quote, "I'm done talking about it." Of course. Pete Carroll said, "We're still watching him. We're real aware of him. He's a fine football player and there may be a place." Yet he told reporters on April 23rd, 2018, 2 weeks after it had been reported that the Seahawks canceled the workout, remember that, when Kaepernick refused to say he'd stop kneeling during the 2018 season. Nothing, of course, happened. John Gruden in March said, "I think there's a lot of intrigue there. His performance on the field wasn't very good on tape. I think Robert Griffin, a rookie of the year, I'm surprised he's out there. I'm surprised he's not in camp with somebody. He'll probably be there soon." They didn't sign him. In November, the Texans of 2017, had discussed signing Colin Kaepernick. Bill O'Brien, when pressed on whether they had specifically discussed about adding Colin Kaepernick, said, "Oh yeah, everybody gets discussed. Is that a problem? Isn't that the way most teams do it?" People seem shocked by that. Nothing, of course, happened, even though Deshaun Watson suffered a torn ACL and had an injury. Stephen Ross, highly skeptical, owner of the Dolphins, that teams are blackballing Kaepernick. And here's what he said: "I would sure hope not. I know lots been written about it, but you know, owners and coaches, they'll do anything it takes to win. If they think he can help them win, I'm sure, I would hope they would sign him." He didn't do it. Jags owner Shad Khan asking if his football team recommended signing Kaepernick, would he be okay with it? His answer, absolutely. Didn't sign him because Tom Coughlin got in his way. The Jaguars weren't interested in signing Colin Kaepernick because he said, "We did the study, the research, we weren't interested." Asked to explain the reasons, Tom Coughlin said, "I'm not explaining it." So let me just stop there. Every single owner, GM, coach has gone on the record being in support of Colin Kaepernick until they're actually asked to do it.
Yeah, physically and ability-wise, it's, oh yeah, this, that, good stuff, because they can't help it but to say when they see a football player that's a football player. But when it comes to whether or not you're gonna do something about it, because maybe you do need the help. I mean, Jacksonville doesn't need a quarterback, do they? No. Nobody needs a quarterback. Hey, do the Washington team, they need a quarterback? No, they don't.
No. They need Mark Sanchez.
They don't need a quarterback at all.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, you know, Alex Smith, he has more, apparently, he can sell more tickets on the devastating injury we saw than apparently Colin Kaepernick can. It's obvious. It's the point where you don't even, like, it's the obvious thing. They're saying it without saying it. They're not stupid. We said it before, these guys are multi-billionaires. And they don't get where they are by not knowing what they're doing. You don't float through life and make that much money and run businesses. You're like, well, this is best in my best interest. Just say it.
Totally, just say it, just be honest. Continuing on, here's what John Mara had to say, New York Giants owner. I think he still has some good football left in him, I agree with that. But obviously there are other issues that go along with him. Is he willing to sit as a backup behind a starter? He said he would. What's that going to do with your locker room, your quarterback room, with your offensive room? I believe he'll be back in the league at some point this year with a team. There's absolutely no blackball going on here. I just don't see that at all. Come on, bro. You know you see it. I was gonna make a joke, but I stopped. All right, you know, screw it, that's all I'm gonna say. We all know what's going on here. It's the elephant in the room. And as I've said 1,000,001 times, and when I was on the Dean Davis show in Chicago, Illinois yesterday, I said it. If Colin Kaepernick's lawyers want to win his collusion case, show them game film of Nathan Peterman. That's all you have to do. And then you will have your answer. Because we all know that he is way better. I think his last season, it was 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, or 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Clearly better than most backups, if not every single one. And here's another thing. While we shoot this right now, Mitchell Trubisky is hurt. I would rather have Colin Kaepernick than Chase Daniel. And I think many people would agree with that.
I mean, outside of showing game tape of guys who suck, show them what ownership and GMs have been saying. Show them that, because they have glowing comments to say about it. And in their final, it seems like the final common thing is he's gonna go somewhere. Because they're all afraid to do it.
Totally.
It's fear.
Well,
cowardice.
We leave it at that. Thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports. We'll see you soon.
Do you guys want full TYT episodes?
Yeah!
So download YouTube TV and get a 7-day free week trial.